Okay, so, what are we... Hearts of Iron, what are we doing? What am I doing? What's going on in my country? I don't... Hold on.
Hold on. It's a weird thing that I get a text and someone says, "Gosh, I love beer."
I mean, this is good. Like, hey.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yay. Good
Thumbs up,
for
buddy.
you. You know? But, like, yeah,
My
does
friend's
it have to do with
obviously
anything?
having a good Canada Day.
Yeah. Okay, so I have basically, well, military tree and, like, boat tree, economic tree, and then attack everybody tree.
I got an everything tree.
Yeah, yours is a mess. I think I'm gonna go with economic recovery, because if I need to recover my economics, I oughta do that now. Also,
Yes, economics. Let's
military
go for
factories.
economics.
Okay, I need guns, I need artillery, and I can't make anything else, so perfect. I can make interwar fighters, but really don't want to. Let's go.
Did you start recording?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Just, you know, no preface to this, no explanation, just, hey, we're here now.
Hey, jackasses.
Yeah.
We're playing video games.
I'm a play the video game. God, I haven't recorded in 6 months, maybe.
It's been a year for me.
Wow.
It's been a year, and I actually feel kind of bad about that. However, it's life.
No, I know. It's just life gets in the way, and yeah. By the way, everyone, hey, ManicMink and Keeves here playing Hearts of Iron like we did that last time, like a year and a half ago. You know, when the game came out, you remember that?
Don't you remember?
Sure. Oh, perfect. I don't have anything that requires towed artillery, so I just produced handguns. That's it.
Oh,
That's all I need to do right now. I don't have anything that uses towed artillery.
interesting.
Man, playing as a minor nation sometimes.
Sometimes, the minor nations.
Though that being said, I do seem to be a pretty big minor nation, all things considered.
Yeah, like Argentina tends to be relatively good. Let's go on.
Okay, let's get everybody there.
I'm gonna have a bitch with steel. Only real thing I can do, try and piss off the United States. However, the United States only has 5 divisions. 5 divisions.
Yeah. So basically, by the way, we are playing the Kaiserreich mod, so things do look a little bit different, as per the usual Kaiserreichy disclaimer. Because basically Germany won World War I, and
It did.
yes, it did. So Germany won World War I, and basically we are not quite picking up the pieces afterwards, but it's okay. I will fully build out all of my factories and stuff. Yeah, so Germany won World War I, and I'm just gonna unpause it here and let some time go by. These messages that you get, basically, it's, hey, we're Kaiserreich. The only one at the end, the only one that matters is the news events at the end of what do you want to know? What pop-ups do you want? I say just give me everything. Just let me know everything that's important, and
I want to know everything.
yeah.
Everything.
So I have...
You know, I'm not sure if I want to keep this Navy. I got a pretty trashy Navy. I have 12 destroyers, 1 light cruiser, 1 battle cruiser. Well,
Yeah, no, I don't exactly have the best either.
I was pretty impressed with what you tell me about your.
Yeah, I mean, I have 18 ships, so it's, 3 battleships, 3 heavy cruisers.
Are bitching. That's
They are all pre-Weltkrieg battleships, so they're all like pre-World War I battleships.
Yeah.
Which are not necessarily the best.
No.
And I also have
Definitely not.
basically not much in the way of airports.
How the flip do I get 14 ships in my fleet and I don't even have one naval dockyard? How is that possible?
Oh, you legit don't have a construction?
Nothing.
Hooray, La Plata Golden Age. Oh, this actually sounds like not a golden age. From 1880, Argentina enjoyed a period of economic boom and great prosperity. Was ended in 1933 by the Great Depression. Argentina fell into turmoil. So I lose core on Paraguay, Uruguay, Isla Malvinas, and Isla San Pedro.
Excuse me.
Ah.
Why is the coffee always gone? Ugh. That's it. Now I'm going to have to declare war on the United States.
Well, there's no other options for this. So
angry.
Yeah. So basically, I lose a bunch of stuff, cores on things, because I don't actually have anything at the moment. Because for some reason, I guess my situation is poor, what with the whole changing of the economic terribleness. I don't have any divisions in basic training either, but I only have like 62,000 manpower, so
that's not too bad.
Not particularly inclined to produce anybody at the moment. Well, okay. Get one.
Go big. Produce everything.
There you go. Okay, produce 5 guys.
There you go. Now you're listening.
Who has the best skill? So
I have a ridiculous amount of generals, but none of them have a face. They're faceless men.
No.
To die for the.
I'll just wear masks. So the Russian president was just assassinated, which is sort of to be expected. It does happen, I think, as an event.
You do realize that you'll come under the iron grip of my empire, right?
Yeah, is that the case?
Yeah. Corporate Mexico. We're gonna incorporate Mexico.
Yes. Mexico LLC.
Yeah. It's gonna be the new Apple.
Yeah.
We're gonna make.
So given that I have basically, you know what? No, I'm gonna go do this, and you know what? I have a ton of mountains, so I'm gonna try to use mountains. So King of England has died, and they have a new king.
All hail the new king. Philip Snowden? Oh no, King Edward VIII.
Yeah, no, not England. Canada, England.
So, funny thing is, the Union of Britain.
Yes.
Philip Snowden as the leader. Is that like Edward Snowden's grandfather? First of all.
Possibly.
And 2, why does he look like Dr. Frankenstein?
What is the situation with that forehead?
Yeah.
Like, how is that a person? Oh my goodness, that is.
I love the portraits in the Kaiserreich.
No, I know. I love them. I think they're great because they're so cool.
Yeah.
Again, we
That's the
mentioned
one
we mentioned this earlier, but Phil Collins is in charge of Cuba. Um, holy, look at Central America just below you.
Oh, wow.
Look at that hat. That is like
Not only the hat, but the bow tie and everything. Like
he
that.
who wears the largest hat controls the country.
Son of a bitch. Why didn't I pick that country? Look at that guy. He is ready for a fucking shootout. Like,
Yeah, he is. He is already reaching for a 6-shooter.
Yeah.
So that event that just happened is Black Monday, which is basically. Now I don't know. Do you have like tell me all the notifications on or?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Black Monday basically is the German stock exchange has collapsed.
So now we're all poor.
Yes.
Yeah. Everyone's poor.
Yes, more or less. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I'm trying to think of any way around it, and no. Basically, everybody's poor.
Everybody's poor.
So I'm gonna try and go up to speed 4. See if France is doing French things. I wonder if any of these take away renew. Okay, so I have to integrate Uruguay, integrate Paraguay, and integrate the Malvinas before I can remove my my expansionism has been quenched. So I guess Argentina was in a war relatively recently where we took Uruguay and Paraguay. So we're like, yeah, we're fine. We're big enough at this point. 100% justify war goal time, minus 25% recruitable population, minus 20% division recovery. That's a rough.
Anyways, before we were talking about the portraits,
Yes.
I wanted to make a mention the one thing I loved about Hearts of Iron 3 was that every nation, every general, every admiral had their own historical portrait. Right? I loved the shit out of that. I thought that was the coolest thing.
Yeah.
You know, it didn't matter what country you picked. It had, 50 odd generals, and these are all portraits of historical dudes. There was a few,
generic ones. Yeah.
Generic ones, but they were few and far between. That was my favorite part of Hearts of Iron 3.
Oh yeah, for sure. That was. Now I never played Hearts of Iron 3, but like I love that sort of. Hey, we're actually. We're actually all different. Like all this stuff actually matters, and like people's faces actually matter, and. So France has gone back to a monarchy.
Someone tried to assassinate my president. Oh,
really?
Shit.
Well, that's not the best. Have you considered having them not do that?
So I have a choice here. It says,
Okay.
I choose whether he lives or dies.
Well,
Depending on what button I press, he either dies to his wounds, or he's like, oh yeah, it's okay. Okay, so he recovers quickly and will be back in action in a few days.
so
An event, a manhunt in Mexico City, and presidential elections, or our dear president is dead and power struggle ensues, which is the president dies, and then I get an event that Zapata is dead, and I have a feeling that's going to cause a flipping civil war.
So, now this is, and I paused it because this sort of matters. If you look at your focus tree,
okay.
right, mostly the left hand side of it. This is probably what this is going to affect. So not all focuses in Kaiserreich are stuff that you choose. That you go, hey, I'm gonna click on that. I'm gonna select this one. You have the Embrace Totalism, Legacy of Zapata, Moderate Victory, or A New Mexico. So not all of them are probably ones that you individually select. Some of them, and I suspect this one, is actually going to change because of the decision that you make. So the decision that you make right now of, does this guy live or die? So if you look at Embrace Totalism...
I want to do Embrace Totalism, so I need...
Yeah, so this one says Callas has taken power. So I'm pretty sure that means Zapata isn't in charge.
So he needs to...
Legacy of Zapata, Villa was elected as president, Toledano has inherited the presidency, or either one of those. Moderate Victory, Social Democratic PRI were elected, or A New Mexico is military junta is taking control. So I don't... Now, the thing is I don't know which one is like
well,
the one.
Looks like some are here are elections, and some here are taking control. So I think if I want the Embrace Totalism, then there has to be a power struggle.
Probably.
Yeah.
Callas has taken power. So, and this is all the Soviet.
Okay, all right, I picked it. He's dead. I just killed my own president.
So sad.
For the glory.
You'll also, at some point, you'll want to take that looking outwards, for reasons that you'll see soon.
Looking outwards?
Yeah. And I only know this because I played quite a bit.
Oh. Okay.
That focus tree. When you have a chance.
Yes, sir.
So, we'll unpause and see what happens after the death of Captain Mustache.
Oh no, what did I do? Okay, I picked Callas. Alright. Yes.
That
Actually,
is
I
First
clicked on something
International.
I thought I clicked on the wrong thing because it gave a pop-up thing.
Oh boy.
I was trying to scroll through the giant, whatever it is.
Oh yeah, the giant focus tree. Yeah.
Giant focus tree. Holy shit. Okay.
And just you should be able to pause it as well, right?
Yeah. Okay. I need to pause this because
Okay.
one off.
Yeah. Feel free. I don't know when stuff pops up for you, so pause
in
it.
your game. Okay. Callas and the new government of Mexico. Right. Yesterday, following death, blah blah blah. Callas has seized control. So, I can have three options. Either I ensure the elections take place. No, screw that. I don't want elections. Elections will be postponed until December, or suspend the elections. True proletarian dictatorship is coming. And it gives me a huge amount of changes. So, political power minus 200. Change popularity of totalists to 15%. Remove all economy minister ideas from United Mexican States. Gain, and it looks like ministers.
Now, the other thing about this, and if you go into where you normally just change your companies and military staff and things like that, you have a group of ministers. You have a cabinet, if you will, underneath you. And a lot of times change it, like, if you go through a change, it will change them as well.
Yeah, it's going to remove one of my economic ministers and give me the worst economic minister you can ever. Oh, like it's minus 10 resource gain efficiency percent, minus 10% production efficiency.
God, is he even human?
Minus 5 construction speed.
Keeves, is he a potato? Is he just a potato?
Yeah.
You can tell me if he's a potato.
Well, his name is Napoleon, so he's very short.
It's like, oh god, that's just... And you're super shitty, aren't you? Like...
funny thing is, it gives me the security minister, which actually reverses the negatives from the economic minister. Except it gives a recruitable population factor of -20%.
Ooh, that's
brutal. Okay, well, either way, I'm going to do that because we do not like anyone. We're going to go totalists.
Totalists.
Totalists. And that is how it's going to be.
All right.
I can switch out. Actually, yeah, I can switch out the economic.
Yeah, you can fire them later and stuff. You can usually.
I'm gonna do a Soviet level purge on him.
Yeah, you're usually able to switch stuff around.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. But now I got a nice little batch of -400 political power. It's wonderful. Oh,
Nice.
no.
Yeah, that's always fun. You'll also political power gets expended a lot.
Yeah.
More frequently, it would seem.
It's gone.
Yeah, you get a lot of like, hey, like when you take somebody over, for instance, it's like, hey, do you want to release them as a puppet, or do you want to control them? If you want to control them, you are spending political power to do that.
I'm gonna go to the Third International by borrowing a plane from the U.S. and going to Paris.
I don't know if that's actually true, if you can actually do that, but if you can, that's sad.
That was the option.
That's hilarious.
Borrow a plane from the U.S. so I can go to Paris. The Third International.
Oh, God.
Viva la Mexica.
Those guys are gonna have a front
I'm
line.
getting non-stop texts from my drunk friend.
Oh, no.
My Canada Day drunk friend.
Well, you know, at least they're thinking of you, right?
Chairman of the Tuck. Longtime chairman of the Tuck, Philip Snowden, declared his resignation. He instead is going to become a whistleblower
Yes.
and create a long legacy that will span.
Long legacy of blowing on whistles that, So, I will be going to war with Chile eventually, as part of a focus tree. Now, the problem is that I have to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 front lines with them.
Why?
Well, because there's mountains. There's impassable mountains in a lot of different places.
Right.
Now, I can park all my guys on, like, the biggest bit, but that means, you know, that means that eventually, like, I'm gonna have to, like, you know, I park everybody down south, and you're just gonna march in from, like, the one province you can get through in the north, so...
Well, you just have to blitz their victory points. Really what you need to do.
Yeah.
Which is essentially just Santiago. It looks like that's their only victory point.
There's Santiago, and then there's Antofagasta, which is up north. But Santiago is literally like 4 provinces behind unpassable mountains, so I have to come through other areas to get there.
Wow, with that attitude.
So you are gonna go... I'm trying to rearrange my guys so that they get to, like... We can actually get to different provinces if we want to. You and you are gonna go here. And then you guys are gonna have to go up there, I think. Actually, you can probably go up there.
Oh shit. I went down and I'm now very low stability.
Yeah.
From low stability to very low stability. That's no good.
Don't worry too much about... That's basically how much political power you have. The more political power you have, the better off you'll be in terms of stability, basically. So if you... I forget what it is. Let me see. Hooray, I attracted foreign capital. Let me go with this manifesto thing. Yeah, to move... So if you're on very low stability right now, you need above negative 250.
Ugh. Well, I'm working on that looking outwards because you told me to do that, so I'm working on that.
Yes, that is an important one, because basically get that and then you can just hold on that for a while.
Right.
Because
stuff.
Basically, yes. Actually, you can join a faction. You can join the French faction.
Oh.
Join the Internationale if you want. The Pope has died.
The last thing I want to do is join a faction with some greasy Frenchies.
Yeah. Well, especially when it's like it is the stronger France. It's the communist France, not the what remains of the Kingdom of France.
Right.
Which is down in Africa now. But it's still like a lot of unpleasantness. So I don't actually need you guys there. I need you guys here. No, actually, I'll move you up here so that you cover some other borders. So...
Marco Syndicalists achieve Italian minority.
Yeah. So Italy is basically two separate Italies. Southern Italy is communist. Northern Italy is papist at the moment.
Socialist Republic.
And the good news is that we basically don't have to go through a shit ton of like recover from terrible Black Monday stuff.
Right.
Whereas if you were anywhere in Europe, you'd be like, it's like, hey, do you want to be completely screwed for like
Ever?
3.5 years while you like dig yourself out of Black Monday?
Yeah. The funny thing is, playing this game is really interesting because it kind of shows this universal communism kind of idea that the communists were trying to do, the Leninists were trying to do.
Yeah.
And you start seeing like this communist concept spread across the world, which is interesting. Yay, now I hit low stability instead of very low.
Yeah, you're getting there.
I've been really, over the last little while, I've been reading up a lot about communism. Specifically, I've been reading the Gulag Archipelago. And that is...
I feel like I've read that before.
That is like getting hit by a train. That is not a book that you forget.
Yeah.
It is absolutely...
Yeah, no, that was a... if I'm remembering it, it was heavy.
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, that book was actually important in bringing in the fall of the communist regime.
Yeah.
It kind of brought to light all the crappy shit that they were doing.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Sorry, the Soviet regime, not the communist regime. Because Mao's communists just kind of were like, we're not Russian, we'll still be insane.
We're gonna do a completely different thing. So I'm trying to set offensive lines that will actually be able to work with this. Like, why do I have 14 different army things?
14 different army things?
Yeah, 14 different, like, front lines and shit like that.
There's a lot.
So can't go for extensive until world tension's above 50%. No, limited conscription. Should I? Or should I not? Should go with something else. Description, strategic bombing, description, research time. Yeah, I'll go with decryption and research time. That'll help me out more right now. 10,000 manpower, but that's largely because I'm on volunteer-only army and I'm at minus 25% recruitment. So not the best.